chord level needs to be a little higher, else I would be a right plebhead if I didn't turn the volume up so that you lot can freaking hear me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think 85 is alright. I mean, I could knock it down a touch, I suppose. 83. We'll have it at 83, fuck it. 83. I think 83 is a nice number. It's a good enough number to get this sorted out anyway, hopefully. So yeah. I'm doing a drive along. Yay! Because I'm up in Bradford. I know I've done it before, but screw it. It's been a long time since I've actually had a chance to have a good old drive. So I'm going to do it now, and what I'm going to do is something little, just a teensy wincy little bit different. Well, is it different? It's only just, I'm going to raise these up a bit. I want to, instead of them being, let me just check, make sure I've got this right. That one's on this side, so that's that one. Okay, and then we got that one's on that side, so we should be all right. We should be all right with a bit of luck. Yes, we should be all right, hopefully. But I'm going to put these up a little bit higher. Because normally what I tend to do is put them on the hinge I can reach. This time I'm going to actually climb inside. I'm going to go up an inch higher. I don't know why, but I feel like doing it. So, hey-ho. So it might take a minute or two, so you have to bear with me. But I've parked out the way, so it doesn't matter. Oof. Yes, parked out the way. Hello, dear. Let's put you there for a sec. Right. See, that's the normal hinge I put you on, is there. But I'm going to put you up there because I'm daft like that. But first of all, yeah. First of all, I've got to undo this because I've got to climb. I've got to put my monkey shoes on and climb like a spider monkey. Yes. You are that one, so you can go in there like that. I can climb up here like this. Because like I said, I'm a spider monkey. What do you reckon? Well strapped? I think so. Yeah. So what I've got to try and do is, without dropping you from this bloody great height, is put you on here and turn the hinge the right way around. Okay, so far so good. And we're going to tilt you down just a touch and around. Oh, naff. Oh, hang on, can we go that way? Fuck it, we're going to have to loosen you off. Which way? That way. Because we need to have you around there a bit. Ah. Yeah, that'll do. What do you reckon? Is that close? Bit more shit too much, I think. I think we do there. Can I tighten you up at that? I might have to stick a bit of an extension on the what's it? Is that tight? That's tight. Is that tight? Yeah, we're all tight. Nice. Okay, so that's that one done. Spider monkey time. Fingers. Right. love it when a plan comes together, don't you? Right, yeah, come here. And that one, I've got to go that way. I'll pop you there for a moment. A bit further in so I can climb up. Spider monkey! Oh, you fucking twat. Please say I haven't. No, we're all right. Once again, we have got to get this tightened up. Because it's... Let's have a look what we got. Oh, yeah, that ain't bad actually. I wonder why the other side is a bit... When I can pull that, that can go. See, that's not bad. It's not bad at all, you know. Do you reckon? A bit more. I know these have got a good wide, but that's tight. That's tight. Yeah, I've got to tighten that up there, haven't I? So that's that. I could have been tightened a bit more. That's not bad, that. I think we can get away with that one. So let's scoot over here just to check. I'm doing a bit of a wonk. So that's a bit tight. You know what? I think we're done. I think we are done. Now I've got a funny feeling, you know, that if with the test of these battery packs from the other day, there's a possibility that they will go until the memory card is brimmed. So it should well be pretty good. Oh fuck, that's like wow. I mean, I've got it up in the air like that for a specific reason, and I ain't going to reveal the reason yet because I'm not sure if it's work or not. So we'll just have to hope for the best. Come on, get in there, you slut. Right, that's that side done. Pardon me. This is where I've got to do another spider monkey trick now. Fucking hell. Why you say? Because it looks like it's slightly too far up. Let's have a quick look. Might be the way the ground is, but yeah. The only thing is now is didn't work, did it? We'll just check the other side. Yep, I'm happy with that. Shall we go before we run out of time? Or battery time? I'm going to go. I better stop that because I look like a fool. I'm going to go up and over the pens because we haven't done a pens for a while. And when I was fanning about with crap. Right, let me just Fucking I'm baking my nuts off here. Phew. Yeah, I've got a fucking cardio on juice. Yeah, that's true. Right. How's me do looking? Is it camera worthy? Or do I look like an old bastard? You look like an old bastard anyway, what the fuck? Right then. You, me. Got a minute. I bet you're sitting there, Jace, what? The fucking front camera's out of whack. How's that look? Near as a fookies to swearing, I gather. Come on then. Right, one last check. Yeah, we've wasted shitloads of time. I love wasting time. Wasting time is my fucking favourite pastime is wasting time. Right. Holy crap! I gotta turn it round here. Like this I have, oh dear. Oh, sweet, isn't it? Peter. Oh, come on then, let's get on with it. As we traverse our way out of Prince's, up in Bradford. Yes, on this Wednesday afternoon. Literally fucking 2:58, possibly 59, because I can't really see that much. On the 16th of August 2017. Yes. So for those of you who are at the 2030 watching YouTube and you come across this one, hello. See you later. Good. And I hope you're having a good day. Oh. And if you are watching this in the year 2030, by the way, remember, right, this day, oh, well, not this day, this month, apparently the world was coming to an end. But not just this month, there was also September, which is in a couple of, now next month, then it's September, isn't it? What I'm thinking. Next month, apparently, on the 23rd as well, there's another global catastrophe, so yes. But we know it never happened because how many are watching me? I must admit, I can't wait to get out and have something to eat. I could do with some food. I want to drink it. I'll have a slurp. Slurp in progress. Come on then. Let's hump this thing out the fucking road. Oh well, and yes, there's roadworks that we've got to battle through. I don't know what they're doing, but like I say, I haven't been up here for fook long. I have no idea. I can't remember the last time I was up here. Well, it's like I say, it's August now, so I honestly don't fucking know. Can't remember. I think it might have been at the start of the year, but that's about as far as it was. Hey ho, here we go. What's the bettings that they're going to block the fucking road off? When we come down here, there's a bunch of traffic lights all the way down to this point. And they've got the orange boxes, the hatch boxes. Nobody ever pays any attention to them. They just fucking, that's it, parking, block the fucking road off and fucking hell. I mean, I've sat there a couple of times, like, you know, when the lights have gone from red, green, oh, can't go, green, red, oh, fuck me, back to green again. Oh, I can squeeze in that little gap there, that'll do. Just remember, people will always be people. Doesn't matter. We're all diverse in our ways. Even these idiots who think the world's flat, I mean, they just, apparently it's game over. The evidence is in the sun. Oh, look, I tell you what, sometimes I am absolutely amazed. I really am, I'm just amazed. Oh, we can go, can we? Oh, that's nice, thank you. Can I get past though? That's a ticket, isn't it? Haha, yes. We will do our best as we hump our way through this lot. They must be replacing something. Yep, we didn't fall through the hole, so we're alright, we can carry on. Let's go then. Let's get on with it. I don't know what that was, but it didn't belong. It does make you wonder though, right, where they get this proof that they're convinced that the earth is flat. Yeah. I'm sure it was some fucking boffin back about 1,000 years who proved that shit wrong. You know what I mean? And he didn't have the technology that we've got now that makes it even more obvious that it's not fucking flat, you know what I mean? It's like, but no! With all this technology that we've got, it's a fucking lie. You're being lied to. The earth is flat. They're just telling you it's fucking round. What would be the point in that? Fuck off. I've got something in my gob. It's not chewing on grit. I know what it is. It's because I've got the window open and the shit's flying through the fucking window. That's probably what it is. But I want a bit of fresh air. Ah. The thing that I'd like to ask, it was obviously because I'm always into all this fucking weird and wonderful stuff, right? Is that, let's say for argument's sake, right, that the governments of the world know full well, without a doubt, hands down, right, that we have got aliens that live among us, or they have come visiting us and this, that and the other, and they've had that, all that kind of crap. What I don't understand, right, is why would you keep that crap a secret? Why would you lie about it? Why would you try and cover it up? What is the significance? Where does that serve any kind of purpose at all whatsoever? I mean, I don't get it. Do they really think that the civilization as we are now would go, ah, we're not alone? Really? I mean, come on. So what if there's a fucking great big craft up in the sky there floating around by the moon which is as big as fucking Kansas? Who cares? I don't fucking care, do you? No. Has it caused any problems to us? Has it bombarded us yet? No. Let's just wait until it actually does something to fucking worry about it. But the thing is, if there is something up there flying around whatever, doing whatever, right? If we know about it, like straight off the bat, we can then prepare for it. But are they worried about mass hysteria? Would they worry about fucking looting and shit like that? Well, I think again, I suppose, yeah, in some of the lower IQ societies, maybe, I suppose, but hey, whatever. Those people who've got them doomsday bunkers set up, oh, they'll be fucking rocking, won't they? Hey? Without a doubt. Get that stockpiled. The thing is, right, that's the only real scenario I can come up with, is that they're worried in case it causes mass hysteria. The population in certain areas will then start looting and rioting and all that kind of rubbish, which I still don't get why they do that myself, but because they're only destroying the place they live in, so it doesn't make no sense. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't serve a purpose. But that's by the by. But that's the only thing I can think of, is that they're just worried in case, yes, there is an alien up there. We don't know what they're doing or what their reason of being there is for. We haven't got a clue. But they are there, so we're trying to prepare as best we can, just in case. But you carry on, don't worry about it. We'll inform you if anything does happen. But it's fine as it is. It ain't causing a problem yet. But you know, that would be the ideal civilization, isn't it, really, where you could actually talk to the citizens of the world and go, right, there is an anomaly up there, we ain't sure what it's for, what it wants, what it's doing or anything like that, but we just thought to let you know, because obviously there has been sightings, blah blah blah, but don't panic, we are monitoring it. It doesn't seem to be doing anything yet, but we'll keep it updated as time progresses. But we don't get none of that, do we? No. Because the problem you get when it's to do with all that kind of malarkey is that when there is a genuine, and I mean without a shadow of a doubt, full-blown t-shirt video, fucking digitised at the fucking 4K level, right, proof that an alien has come and landed, people will think it's a fucking hoax. You know what I mean? They'll go CGI. You know what I mean? So it's difficult, really. And the way that the world is actually going at the moment, with its topsy-turvy crap, and I mean proper fucking topsy-turvy. Hello. It's just, honestly, sometimes I do worry about the way things are going. Oh, life. You have some terrible thing happen over in America, and then you have all the coverage about it. You have people who are saying that happened when realistically it didn't. Then you have other people saying, but it's fishy why that happened while that was happening. I know, I like to, like, you know, look outside the box, like, and have a bit of a fucking mooch around to see just in case, but I do draw my conclusions from, you know, a modicum amount of logic, you know what I mean? So it's like, there's a certain case, because I like watching them real life stories about the homicides and all that kind of thing. I'm a bit gory like that, but it's the puzzle and the story that gets me. Some of them are unsolved and some of them are solved, but the ones that really get on my nerves are the ones that you look at it from face value of all the evidence that they have actually got of a particular person that's lost their life, and you go, well, hang on a minute, you're telling me, right, that this person, right, I'm not going to say who it is, right, but the scenario is this person drove their car from a fuel station to a place that was literally nowhere that she normally goes anyway, or has ever been before, as far as I gather, and then decided, right, the most horrific way to die and end a life is to drive it down a boat jetty straight into the river. Yeah, okay. Since when is that a thing? I don't get that, and I love to know what this person is doing here, because we're now slowing in at 40 fucking miles. And they're like, oh, are you doing? Oh, fair enough then. It's a fucking motorway. I know it's only 50, but hey, whatever. So of course, I'm looking at this from the point of view, right, of the things that have been highlighted through this investigation. It's not this one, there's another one as well that's bizarre and like, what the fuck? You know, that kind of scenario, like, type of thing. And I still can't wrap my head around why. I mean, even if the poor lass was depressed, then there are other ways of doing something to yourself. Not that I'd condone that anyway, to be fair, because I don't really think that's the thing. But when somebody's adamant, they're going to do it, aren't they? I mean, that's just the way it goes. I'm sorry to say, but I always look at it like this: tomorrow's always a better day, and you will never know. So, but anyway, that's by the by. But for a vehicle to be found X amount of weeks later in the river, further down, pretty much half buried in silt, but damaged in a way, right, that just doesn't make sense to me. But I'm not like I say, I'm not a forensic guy. It just doesn't make sense to me, that's all. I'm looking for the logical side of it. And my question would have been this: if she'd have drove it off, right, then there wouldn't be, that's unless they've checked. I mean, I don't even know if they've checked, because obviously this hasn't been released or anything like that. If you'd have drove it down and off and straight in, right, then the damage may occur to the back bumper as it drops off the concrete. That's if the concrete platform comes to an end when it goes in the river. If it goes straight the way down in, then no. But if it was rolled off and the wheels drop off the edge of the concrete, again, that's if the concrete ends when it hits the river, there's going to be damage underneath the car where it slams onto the concrete, right? So the sills are going to get damaged and what have you, right? So was that not checked, or was that not possible to check? Because obviously scenario 1 to scenario 2, concrete straight away down to the riverbed, or concrete to an edge. But at least that should have been checked, because from that point of view, the way I look at it is, if there's no damage and there's only damage to the back of the bumper where it might have flipped off and whatever, but possibly not, right? It's only a possibility because you don't know. Then that would then draw the conclusion that that car has been driven into the water. But if it's just been rolled in, right, as in handbrake off, gear neutral, rolled in, drops off, because weight, it doesn't matter if it's dropped, it's still going to drop down to a point. There's going to be damage underneath that car. There's got to be. But that's just my theory. The other one was this young girl that was found behind some dumpsters, right? And it's always bugged the piss out of me, because I'm like I say, I love them, but when they screw my head off because they don't come out with any logic, it's upsetting, because I think, well, realistically, there's people there who know what happened, and they have got the answers. And this girl being found behind these dumpsters, the reason why she got there, according to the two guys that were caught in her car, which is another thing that was frustrating as fuck anyway, they said that she was already dead, so they took her out the car and dumped her behind the bins. And I'm thinking, what kind of lowlife are you to do that to some poor individual? If you had any kind of fucking self-worth, you would have picked up the phone and gone, we've found a young girl here, it looks like she's deceased, could you come and sort this out? But now they was thinking of themselves and they want to go for a fucking joyride in their car. I mean, what the flying fuck is that all about? But anyway, so of course, when you look at it from that point of view, right, the story from her getting from the car to there, if it's how they said it, well, you can't really rely on that at all, because they're the type of individuals who will pick a fucking dead body up and chuck it out there and go, ah, forget it, don't worry about it, bit of garbage. What now? Really? Come on. So, I'll look at it like this. I go, well, hang on a minute, those two guys there, they seriously need a talking to, they do. They really do need a talking to, because, first of all, right, the full story is not even close to being made, because now as soon as they took that person out of that vehicle, the crime scene has now been altered. It got altered even more when they got in it fucking about doing a joyride in the car. So the full scope of what actually happened to that poor girl will never be known, because the whole scene has been rearranged. And it's like having a jigsaw puzzle with no set piece pattern for it. You know what I mean? It's fucked. So you'll never really know what happened. And that was all speculating. Oh, she overdosed on this, that. What, on a bottle of fucking cough syrup? Piss off. So it's, again, it's one of those ones that really fucking niggle the tits out of you. Unbelievable. But it's the same thing when you look at a situation like there was a scenario that was about NASA was sending this satellite to slam into the moon after it's done a few things to test to see if there's any water on the moon. Then you got the conspiracy theory blokies who come out. There's a picture on this desk of the NASA bloke, and there's a structure clearly visible on the. I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. The eyes see what the eyes see, really. So you don't know, for without a doubt, you don't know, right? Nobody knows, right? I mean, you can only know so much. But if there is a base on the moon, why hide it in the first place? It doesn't. Again, I don't understand the logic in that. What purpose does it serve to hide the fact that there's a base on the moon? So my conclusion is it's probably a rock formation of some sort. You know what I mean? But it just looks strange. But with the pictures that you get, you know what I mean? You're not really having the full image, if you like, in a sense, because it's only a photograph from X amount of fucking miles away. And now the cameras are all great and all this, that and the other, but unless you can physically go up there yourself, park yourself on the moon, right, and have a walk around and inspect yourself, you ain't really going to know, are you? As much as I'd love it, I would love to see anything like that, because it'd be fascinating to think, well, if there are structures on the moon, who put them there? What makes me laugh is the first thing out of people, man-made structure. Hold the phone a minute. Why has it got to be a man-made fucking structure? No, not at all. It might be an earth-bound structure, but I wouldn't say it's a fucking man-made structure. I mean, we've all had that scenario before. And the reason why this guy here is weaving around all other places is because he's on his fucking mobile phone, the prick. I think he's texting, doing something. In arsehole. Anyway. But that draws me to the scenario of what makes it that we are the only sentient people that's ever been on this planet. And you know you've heard this before, because I've said it before. But it seems like the way that things are being portrayed on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like, it's as if we were the only thing that's ever been. I'm like, fucking hell, man. Maybe logic doesn't work. Common sense obviously doesn't exist in certain people. I'm like, behave. Grow up. Been spinning around far too long for it not to have. You know what I mean? So, whatever. I'll look at it like this. Unless you can get hold of a time machine and actually go back in time, right, as far as you want to fucking go, to see for yourself, again, you will never ever know. Because I'll always look at this as a scenario. If a massive rock fell out the sky and wiped out all the dinosaurs, as we think, right, it's the only scenario that makes sense. But man weren't about then, that was only 65 million years ago. With the amount of billions of years that have gone by, 4.5, since this fucking thing started wobbling around, 65 millions is change. That's fucking change. Jump change. But you because we've got religion that says that we are the fucking be all and end all of whatever existence, that's it, that's all you get. It's like, but why? Just because you say so? No. I mean, don't forget, people evolve, as we have done, from fucking, I don't know, digging beetles up out the ground and chewing on them for it, from, you know, creating masterpieces, like, you know. But I really do believe, and people might fucking like not like this, but I believe that the holy book, the Bible, if you want, and any kind of religion, realistically, is a masterpiece. Because look at what it's achieved. It's got everybody conned. But that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm not going to turn around and say it's the worst thing ever, because if it was used correctly, it's the best thing ever, I should imagine. But if it wasn't for the fact that what it's used for, I mean, maybe I might believe, but I'll probably doubt it, like, because it's not fucking logical for me. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. And I'll put my tights on because it's getting a bit bright. Ooh, that's better. Agent J's back. Ooh, yeah. It'd be nice to be able to have the ability, right, one day, or whether it be in 100 years or 1,000 years time, to actually be able to go back in time. In that theory, there's a possibility that maybe there are people from 1,000 years ago who are coming back and fucking with our time. That's probably why the world as we know it at this present time does feel cuckoo and a bit wonky, because people are, or some agency is, coming back from the year 3017 and fucking with our timeline. Because it is, honestly, it's just cuckoo. Absolute cuckoo. I mean, you've got the likes of people saying that it's what they call it. Oh, what was the term they used? Now, hang on, because I was only like breezing through a lot of these things. It was something like, what was it called? Something to do with society being robots or whatever. I don't know, lied to and shit. Fuck it. I can't think of it, wasn't it? It just, it's too stupid anyway, so isn't it? Something, well, I do what I do. I get on with my life, right? I do what I can and get as much, fun out of as possibly can. I don't feel like I'm being trapped. I mean, I could do with more money. If you want to be a slave to something, I'm a slave to money, I suppose. But according to David Icke, you're a slave to debt. And well, not really. I'm not a slave to debt. I haven't got any. The only real debt I've got is my mortgage, but that's a by the by. Everybody's got that fucker. But I haven't got credit cards or loans and shit like that. I haven't got none of that bollocks. I have had, don't get me wrong, but I got ahead of it. Then there is the backward things about when you haven't got debt, your credit rating goes down. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I don't get that. You'd have thought, well, I haven't got any loans, I haven't got any credit cards, right? But I could do with this loan for I don't know, scenario X. Unfortunately, your credit rating is too low. Why is that? I said, well, you haven't got any debt. I know, because I paid it off. But isn't that a much more viable customer for somebody who hasn't got other obligations to pay money out, so that the money that I got to pay can be all paid back to you? Doesn't it? You know what I mean? Oh. But now it doesn't work that way, apparently. But I mean, yeah, I don't find that I'm a slave to that kind of scenario, but that's just the way I look at it. Some other people might do. But I work to my means, or means to my work, or whatever. Yes, if I could have more, I would like more, but unfortunately I can't. So, as much as it pisses you off sometimes, I have to make do what I got, and I'll do my best I can. But I certainly don't feel like I'm being, you know, that's the word I'm thinking, a new willpower. I don't feel like I'm being governed by a new willpower. I don't feel that kind of scenario now. Maybe it's because I'm a bit jaded, because I don't really take any notice of the news. Because as far as I'm concerned, social media is enough fucking comedy for one day. So, you know, when you listen to the news on the radio or the TV, which I used to do, I used to like listening to the news, but it got to the point where I'm like, fucking hell, can't somebody have a channel that it makes, you know, happy news? Today, a puppy got rescued. Or, this morning, the fire brigade rescued a cat from a pipe. What the fuck? That'd be great. But no. Doom and gloom. Nothing but doom and fucking gloom. We're a society full of people who crave on the suffering of others, because that's what it seems like. I try not to. I mean, I try to just take it day by day. I mean, you know, I'll flick through Facebook like a lot of people do, and I'll look on the old YouTube, even though that's gone down the fucking pan of late. A lot of people are crying about the fact that Google are censoring all the outspoken people and what have you, and, you know, censorship has gone stupid, and like, well, if it has gone stupid, how come you're still available to fucking see? I can still watch your video. What, because you're not making money out of it? And find a topic that is worth it then, eh? You know what I mean? Anybody can spout anything, right? You can talk about anything, your point of view, right? But the reason why I find that when people cry about censorship, oh, it's a sensitive matter. I know that people in this world are getting a bit ridiculous on sensitivity, right? They ought to be wrapped in cotton wool, shoved in a fucking pillowcase, and then in a duvet and fuck them off somewhere, because they are ridiculous. But your opinion on whatever you want to talk about, realistically, doesn't matter. Because your opinion is only another point of view. It's not the be-all and end-all of life. Right? You've got the likes of people's lifestyles these days, right? I mean, please don't shoot me for saying it, but you've got gay, you've got lesbian, you've got bi, you've got transgender, and there's also that other one which is the neutral one, right? Personally, I don't see a problem in it. It does not affect me in any iota, because I look at them and go, that is their personal choice. Who am I to judge them? I ain't. And I'll tell you for why. Because as I've got older, I realise that we're all individual and we all have our own identity, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how up there is what works. Outside here, don't matter. It's up here that works. There's your identity. All this is just the machine that carries this, right? Because realistically, you are your brain, aren't you, when you think about it, right? So this mechanism allows you to do stuff, to feed the brain, right? Even though a lot of people lack on that fucking scenario, they could do with feeding their brain quite a lot. But it doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't care. I'm not going to be turning my nose up or, you know, fucking shirking away from it because... And I'm not going to catch it. But there's people out there that are up in arms about this kind of thing still. Even now, 2017, fucking 21st century, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Then you have the other side of it where people are going, oh, they're taking over, it's the transgender this or the fucking gay that. I'm like, oh, for crying out loud, people, who gives a fuck? And that was it, the latest about transgenders not serving in the forces. Why not? If they've got the balls to get a uniform on, go through all the basics and go over there, right, with a fucking pack on the back, gun in the fucking hand, to defend, I don't care where they come from, who they are, they're a fucking hero to me. I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. I really don't care, right? Because I know, hands down, I couldn't do it. And they can't serve. What the fuck? What scenario is that fucking right? If you want to complain about something, complain about that. I don't fucking know. I don't get it. Who gives a shit? They're fucking braver than me, I know that much. That's for sure. But by the by, I mean, like I say, censorship and all that kind of rubbish. If you're going to incite something, right, by causing rage and anger and egging somebody on by the words that you do, now that's different, because that's inciting something. Words used to create violence or encourage violence, then yes, I can understand that. Censor that by all means. But if you've got an opinion on something, then by all means do it, and you should be fine by that. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Simple as. I mean, I don't like celery for shit's sake. I mean, I personally think that fucking whatever it's supposed to be should be banned altogether. I fucking hate the thing. Whoever called that a whatever, what is it? Is it a vegetable? I don't know. It's certainly in a fruit, is it? It's got to be a vegetable. Is it a leaf? Like, fuck. It's just not something. And here's another one, right? Parsnips, turnips, swede. Again, who in the right mind thinks that those are fucking food? They're not. But that's my opinion, and that's it. You know what I mean? You lot out there might love those kind of things, but I fucking don't. I think they're fucking toxic. And does it matter? No. Of course it doesn't matter. My personal preference. My opinion. But has it made you hate all those vegetable types? Of course it hasn't. No. But if I started spreading rumours and lies about that, it's poison, it makes you do this, it makes you do that, it causes this, it causes that, that'd be a different matter altogether. But then again, anybody with a bit of common sense would actually research this shit in the first place. I mean, the latest one that I've seen on Facebook, which made me smile, I'm thinking, that's going to piss a lot of people off. Apparently, right, I don't know if this is true or not, so like I say, it's one of the Facebook fucking lardy-dars again, that alcohol is the lead causes of several types of cancer, from cervical to breast to fucking pancreatic, I think, liver disease, kidney, all that sort of shit. And I'll look at it like this. I think to myself, well, I suppose in excessive amounts, maybe I can see the possibility, but not the odd glass once a week or maybe once a month now and again. If you have a glass of wine or something, if you fancy, if you're a social drinker and you go stupid, right? Like say for instance you're one of these silly binge drinkers that waits till the weekend and then wangs down the entire bar, then I could understand that. But to say that it's, you know, oh, you must stay away from alcohol, full stop, blah blah, you can't touch it now, your bollocks will drop off or your minge will shrivel up. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, what the fuck? This is why I don't bother with any kind of news and stuff like, because you don't know, even with the mainstream stuff, you can't trust whether it'll be true or not, because to get people to watch they've got to say something, and they need views to pay the bills. I mean, the BBC haven't, they just force you to fucking pay money for that fucking thing, you know what I mean? But that's, don't get me started on that crap, because that just winds me up beyond belief. And if you want, look, okay, you've got me fucking started, right? The BBC, right? Way back when, right, when the BBC was the only station, right, that aired televised images, right, they needed a way to fund so they could produce stuff for people to see, right? So that's when they introduced the TV licence, because they were the only people out there that were actually doing shit. But times have moved on, right? And when obviously time moves on, things progress, new channels were introduced, right? ITV kicked off first, and it's like, wow, now we got 3, not 2, we got 3 channels to play with. Fucking brilliant this is. And then all of a sudden Channel 4 pops up. But in these 2 channels, ITV and Channel 4, you had advertisements, and the advertisements paid for the TV shows that you watched. And then not long after that, I think it was in the early 90s, I think, Channel 5 kicked in. I think, whoa, fucking Channel, I think it was. I don't know if it was either late 80s or early 90s, I'm not sure, but that's by the by. So, when you think of it like that, right, because now there's multiple channels being, or multiple stations and airwaves being used by a TV, it no longer becomes a TV licence to support the BBC. It now becomes the BBC's fund, right? Because until obviously they put these extra channels on with commercials on, it was fine. But they should realistically now move with the times and either commercialise that that channel, or both channels, whatever, yeah, and allow people to say bye-bye to the TV licence, which realistically is now a false advertisement, because it's not an actual TV licence. It is only going to the BBC. I don't watch the BBC or even listen to the radio on the BBC, because it's full of dribble and shit. It's the biggest load of wank since Chris Miles left. Well, on the radio, for start off. I love listening to Chris Miles' show. Brilliant. That guy had it sewn up. It was fantastic. It was actually enjoyable. But the BBC, being the BBC, they're full of themselves as usual. Fucking arseholes. They'd rather pay that fucking idiot Chris Evans with his, for what, £2 million a year. I mean, the guy's an idiot. I'm sorry. He's a well-paid idiot, but he's still a fucking idiot. I don't like him. He fucking ruined Top Gear. But then again, the BBC, in fairness, ruined Top Gear. I mean, that was stupid. Anyway, that's another fucking argument. But to call it the TV licence and the money only going to the BBC, well, that's wrong. That is actually a false advertisement, that is. I mean, Ofcom should actually do them for it, because it's misrepresenting what the licence money fee fucking shit's for. Because it doesn't get split between all TV channels. Nope. It only goes to the BBC. Millions upon millions of pounds go to the BBC. I think personally the BBC ought to be shut down full stop. And that's only because they got rid of Top Gear and fucking sacked Chris Miles. I mean, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, they ought to be shut down altogether. Because they ruined it. But it's happening in my opinion, because I don't see the purpose in the BBC, to be honest with you. I mean, I was watching some old VHS tapes. Right, I got them streaming through my computer, and I'd come across one of the old commercials back in the early 2000s. It might have been, it was on the early 2000s. It might even have been in the late 90s. But anyway, it was an old commercial about the TV licensing, and they don't need this, they don't need that, but we know exactly what you're watching and what room the TV's in. And I'm like, well, that means that you're violating my fucking privacy, you cunts. You know what I mean? What the fuck is that shit all about? But hey, that's the way it goes, I'm afraid. Have I got to move over? Because that says that goes that way. I fucking hope not. I wouldn't have thought so, not yet. But yeah, they ain't quite finished yet, have they? It's looking good though, but they ain't quite finished yet. I mean, when you're watching TV or listening to the radio, for anybody out there who wants to try this, right, calculate how much time you actually spend watching BBC or listening to the radio of BBC. Not any commercial, just the BBC side of it all. If it's ever possible to calculate how much time a day or a week or whatever, or all, month, year, the whole lot, how much time, you can either put it in an average if you want, or you can do it spot on, it's up to you, but an average time and how much airwaves you actually listen to or watch that belongs to the BBC. I think me in the last X amount of years is zero. Like I say, Chris Miles was the last time I listened to the BBC radio. When was that? I'm trying to think. 2012ish maybe, 11, 12, whatever it was, something soft. I can't remember now. That's how long it's been since I did the radio. I've got my music on my phone. It's far better. I haven't got to listen to them fucking dribbling idiots being paid a fucking fortune to talk shit. There's nothing interesting on BBC television. Nothing. If anything interesting does come about, it either gets cancelled or delayed by fucking X amount of weeks because they put some fucking gardening show on or something stupid, which is completely irrelevant to what I want. It's not what I want at all. Fucking not at all. But hey, that's my opinion. I love that word, my opinion. I think personally that if the BBC decided, not that they will because they know full well what would happen, but if they made it a subscribable channel, so you had to pay either a monthly or a yearly fee to subscribe to it, but if you didn't, you couldn't receive it, well, I reckon the BBC wouldn't last 12 months, personally. They'd be bankrupt in 2. Oh well. Or before they went bankrupt, they'd have to change their channel into a commercialised channel. Guaranteed. But until somebody is able to prove that they are misrepresenting their licence fee, TV licence, because it's not a TV licence, well then I'm afraid it's being misrepresented and it's misleading the customers. Look, you started me ranting and raving. Oh look, it's starting to rain. Why? Why are you starting to rain? It's been a fucking lovely day all day, and those cameras are out there exposed. They might be alright. If not, I'll be having to buy some new fucking cameras, you know. Or we might just get lucky and avoid it. Might just spit a bit and that'll be enough. The air might keep it off. We don't know yet. If I'm stopping, I'm going to be screwed. I just hope I don't have to stop because of traffic jams and shit like that. That's one thing I haven't missed about driving around and doing this malarkey, is the frigging traffic jams. It has been a bit of a breath of fresh air actually going somewhere for a change, like, you know. I'm going to have to move over because I'm getting fucking sick to death of looking at the back of this fucking thing. I'm getting bored of looking at the back of him, and look at the gap he's got there, for crying out loud. He could move along a bit, come on. You're doing fucking 40 miles an hour, dude. What's going on? Oh, man. Yeah, whatever. Seriously, I am seriously not impressed at all. I am seriously not impressed at all. Well, I'm going down that way, so maybe we might be able to avoid it. Come on, flap 'em hard, flap 'em good. Flapping hard, flapping good, flap, flap, flappity, flappity, flap. Just going to give the window screen a bit of a gleam. Oh, fuck off. Oh, there is one thing I forgot to mention. Talking about doomsday earlier. This so-called solar eclipse thingamajigama, whatchamacallit, it, that's supposed to be bringing the end of days. Well, we're only going to get 4% of that, according to the stargazers. Yeah, which is going to be pretty underwhelming. Apparently, that we'll only get 4% of moon coverage. I'm only telling you what was actually stated. I went and had a research and had a look and then found an article about it because I wanted to know where the best place was, or whether is there anywhere in the UK that we can witness this so-called solar eclipse. And it turns out that, well, no, not really. But what they did mention was that the solar eclipse is cutting across the whole of the United States continent for not first time, but since 99 years ago. So literally 100 years ago was the last time it happened. So that's the reason why it's so special, apparently. But as for the UK, we're only going to get 4% coverage, and it'll happen somewhere around about 7:30 to 8:30 at night on the 21st of August, if you want to know. But you've got to get somewhere decent where, one, it ain't fucking overcast for start off, or pissing it down in fucking rain, because if it is, then you're screwed either way, because you're not going to see anything, are you? So, but they did say it'll be like 4%. Well, what's the fucking point in that? But if it's going to be a doomsday scenario kind of event, it's only going to be a 4% dooms kind of day for us. So we'll be fine. We'll cope with that. If we can cope with a Brit-exit, yeah, we can, or Brexit, whatever they call it, I'm sure we can cope with the rest of it. Oh no. Is anybody else sick of that shit already? Now, people, calm it down a bit. Stop being fucking hasty. Take your time, chill out. Have a moment. Have a fucking minstrel, will you? What a fucking ass. Oh, fucking hell. That fucking pinches, that does. Oh, it done half pinch. Pinches like a good one. Well, so far we haven't really seen anything exciting, have we? There's not really been any problems. I mean, I could do with moving over, but I think we might be able to wait until we get down here. I have still got some time. Because you know what happens here, don't you? Right? This is the junction where everybody, right at the end, this is 13, right? When they want to get onto this motorway, they always get on at the front of the junction, right where the fucking Natchings meet, right there. They don't drive, they want to get right there. They've got to get in there. So what I tend to do is I wait, right? But if I can move over, I will, but I'll see if this gap is big enough for me. There doesn't seem to be anybody down the side of me. I'm going to slot myself in here, right? And watch this. I think I've pointed out before many moons ago. But they seem to be adamant they've got to get in right here. And the fucking two lanes meet. They don't bother driving. I don't. I just fucking carry on. If I can get in this lane when I can, I will. But if not, I'll keep in that lane, keep going down, then find a gap, then move over. Because there's bound to be a gap, because people always bunch up here. There's always going to be a gap further down. See what I mean? Look. And if you just keep driving, unless you want to, you can, there's a nice fat gap for you to fit in, then brilliant, do it, by all means. You haven't got to. You know what I mean? I'll just tootle on down here. Right? No bother at all, it ain't hurting nobody. I know what I've got to do. Big fat gap there now, stick the winkadaser on and move it on over. Simple as. I know I'm a bit close to this dude here, but we ain't going that fast, we're doing 40 miles an hour. But you know, done. There we have it. I'm going to slow it down a bit now, because I'm going to be coming up towards this. Now we'll get you back down there again. Coming to the big bend, and this big bend is a bit of a sharp bend. So it's always nice to take your time. And besides, this particular load that I've got, as you noticed, is strapped to the fucking hilt. Back it up, you noisy fucker. As I slowly start to accelerate up the top here, pushing it round. Ease off a little bit just for this bit of a bend here. Straighten up, put a bit of pressure on the pedal, and away we go. Just got to watch out now for people come from the left. I'll stay with him. I'm alright actually. I'm not doing too bad, to be fair. Yeah, that'll do. Ooh, it's getting a little bit brighter. We might have got away with that. That's what I was worried about, because those cameras, the battery backs have got fucking holes in, so they're exposed to the elements. It's not good. The other ones are on the way though, so I'm only going to wait a little bit. And if those ones that turn up are as good as these, well then I will order some more, because they'll be great for my bike. Because I haven't got to worry about cables and shit like I normally do. Because the two front ones, they have to be plugged in. These ones. But then I can swap the backs over and it won't matter then, will it? Spot on. I think the next thing to do though will be to change the SD card to the back, because they've only got 32 gig in, whereas these two have got 64. So I could do with changing that, and I'm going to have to get round this doodah here, because he's going a little bit slow. Yes, ladles and jelly spoons, I have got a truck that actually does 55 miles an hour. Would you believe it? Eh? They haven't piddled about with this one, which is pretty obvious, the state of it anyway, so. Right then, cruise control and away we go. Hoo-ha, hee-ha, hee-ha. Itchy fucking snother. Well, the last couple of days, right, I have been really, really naughty, and I am going to own up to this right now, right? I have been really, really naughty, because all I have had to eat is, yesterday I had Pringles and ginger cake. I'm not going to argue though, fucking lovely. I had nothing else. That is all I had, right? And the day before that, I had Doritos and chocolate. I know, you haven't got to tell me, but I am struggling to find food that I actually enjoy and can eat and lose weight. I'm still trying, but at least I'm not stuffing my face with food and having the goodies afterwards, like, you know what I mean? I ain't doing that. I'm just eating the goodies. You know what I mean? But I am so struggling. I can't believe how bad it's getting. I'm looking in the shop, I'm thinking, what can I have? What can I have to eat? And I don't fancy that. I don't fancy that. I don't want that. I can't stand that anymore. That just fucking tastes like nappy rash on toast. I mean, fuck. It's just, no way. Can't do it. So I end up eating rubbish. Oh well, never mind. I mean, today I've got the choice. I could either have chocolate and ice cream, or I could switch it up and have ice cream and chocolate. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, the combinations there, they're mind-blowing, aren't they? You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Decisions. I mean, I was on my way home thinking, because I got a text message off Domino's and there was going, it's the 2 for today. I'm like, oh, is it? Then I'm thinking, but do I really fancy it? I mean, I'd like to do the 2 for thing just to say that I've done it, but that'd be a bit stupid. But then I do stupid stuff sometimes. I can't argue. I do stand back and go, Jace, what? That was fucking stupid, that was. And I go, you know, that's right. It was really, wasn't it? And what'd you do it for? Because I wanted to. You know what I mean? That kind of scenario. And yes, I do that because at the end of the day, that's the only person that's there to have a conversation with. Me. So, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what Mr. White BMW, no he ain't, he's not a BMW, so he's a Skoda. He's like a BMW front there, but it's a Skoda. I'm trying to figure out what this dude is doing. Is he purposely hovering around the front of my cab for some particular reason? Does he want to barge his way through and go, oh, I want to get in front of you! I want to get in front of you. Tough. Pick a fucking better point in time to get in front of me, you fucktard. I can see junction 11 here. This is what I'm looking for, isn't it? No, you daft cow, you're looking for junction 10. Oh well. Yeah. Nope. The sun's back. Nice. Cameras will dry out. Yeah. Are they still on though? That's the main thing. Are they working? Are they doing the bit? I fucking hope so. Well, I can't see that one. I can see that one, but I can't see that one. Oh well, it was nice knowing you. This is a thing that makes me smile, right? This particular junction here, right, is a continuation. And yet, we're all starting to bunch up. The only scenario in that respect would be that the M6 itself is a steaming pile of shit. That does not surprise me. But this lot here has got no reason to be bunched up. At least I don't think it has. Unless it's got roadworks all the way down there. I think it had last time I was up here, but I don't know how long ago that was. But might have. But you see, they're all waiting to the very last bit, and they're cutting in and cutting in and cutting in, and it causes this lot to slow down and slow down. And I'm like, but why? Why are you doing it? Well, whatever. Let me get on with it. It ain't like I haven't got a destination to get to as well. You know, I might not get there as quick as you, but at least I'll get there in one fucking piece. There is that. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, has all that shit finished on the M6 yet? I mean, it's been that long, I can't remember. I don't know whether they were doing anything more to it, I don't know. I can't, honestly, I have no idea. Is there any more roadworks to look forward to? Is junction 19 still a sack of spunk bubbles as it normally is? See again? What the fuck are you slowing down for? Why? What the fuck is the significance of slowing down to what we're doing now? 20 fucking miles an hour. Why? It's a fucking continuation. It's designed so that traffic can flow. You bunch of fucktards. See, we're moving now, look, right? Was there any reason for fucking slowing down to 20 miles an hour? No. Oh. If you can think of a scenario why it was viable for these idiots to slow down in that particular point to 20 miles an hour, then please let me fucking know, because I couldn't see it. All I could see was one inconsiderate bellend who decided to go pedal. It's fucking Wednesday, not Sunday, you fucking Sunday driver, you. I'm getting round this personage. Why? Because I can. Oh yeah. Wee. Wee.
I am now putting on my indicator because I want to let those know that I am entering the motorway. Happy days. There you go. Thank you very much. Enjoy. But because I'm going a little bit faster than this dude in his orange thing, I'm going to have to go over in this lane now. Oh, it's all just too fucking much. What's the chances, right, of being able to drive from here all the way down to junction 12 with very little hindrance? Is that possible at all? Maybe, I don't know. There's always a point where it could happen. I do remember many whatever ago, that at a certain point of the day where I'd get on at 19 and I've drove literally all the way from 19 down to 12 on the cruise control. I might have had to dab the brake a little bit just to, you know, because of that, and then, but, you know what I mean? Now them days were good. Remember them days? It doesn't happen as often these days, though, does it? No, fucking don't. But in saying that, though, I haven't really got much of an opinion on the matter, because this is the first time I've been this far up the fucking country in months. As a matter of fact, obviously it's almost a fucking year since the last time I was up this world. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? I want to move over now, dude, so what's the flappy doobly, what should we call it? Thank you! Oh, shit, whatever, wrong one. Right. I'm going to stay here just for a little bit. Why? Because I wanna. Now, I like to stay here because I don't see the point of going over there, to go over there, to go over there, to go over. I just, no. I can't be bothered with that. It's just too much effort. I'm not interfering with anybody. I'm not causing a problem. And besides, if they use the motorway like I would suggest they use it, as in each lane being independent, it don't matter. I mean, he certainly fucking did, didn't he? He went, off he went, ta-da! Don't blame him. Talking about that, right, you know, obviously the rule of thumb when motorway driving, to overtake somebody, you overtake on the right only. But that is an antiquated rule because way back when that rule was invented, you only had one mirror on a vehicle, and that mirror was on your right hand side. You didn't have a mirror on that side. They only started to introduce mirrors on that side in the 60s. At least I think they did anyway. I do remember cars only having one mirror. That's the only reason why I can think of the logic in that, saying that you can only overtake them because you can see them coming. But today, I mean, now, today, in this day and age, 21st century, I'll keep doing that, yeah, 21st century, 2017, smart motorways being introduced, independent lane driving, that's what you need. That is the way forward. I'm going to move over because I've got a feeling this person might want to move over too. May not do, but I'm just moving anyway, just in case. Do you? Don't you? Do you? No? Oh well. I just thought I'd, you know, give you the opportunity. I will move back in a little minute. I'm not going to do it yet because I've got a car coming beside of me now. But I'm paying attention, I'm looking, I can see, so I don't mind, no bother. I'm quite happy with that. Now what my normal stunt was, or is, or can be, or sometimes maybe, is I would stick myself here because what we normally end up is queuing up just down there, but I like to sit in this lane because I don't want to be blocked on that lane because I'm, like I say, it's a pointless activity. it allows people to get on. And but obviously not at the moment. And then I'd end up staying in the middle lane further on down, because then the next junction they were trying to get on, I'm like, oh well. Because else you end up going like this all day. You know what I mean? Or then you get stuck because you have somebody, like this monkey here, who decides to go poodle past you. I mean, so I can let this guy out. That's how I always drive. That's how I've always driven. When it comes to a point in a motorway, there's a few motorways there that you'll find they'll have them, where they'll have a bunch of junctions together. And unless you want to get off at said junctions, then realistically, I move over into the next lane, middle lane, lane 2. Because it gives these people an aperture to get into. I just think it's common sense, but hey, I like to be thoughtful like that, you know what I mean? And as you can see now, there's a sign that says incident, slow down, 50 miles an hour. But the incident itself could be a flat tyre. Could possibly be one of those shunts, a shunt up the ass, like you tend to get because somebody driving far too fucking close. If you're going to drive close, you need to pay attention. You can't lose track of what's going on. Now that the traffic's starting to slow down a bit, we think we ought to slow down ourselves, don't we? Ah. But look where I am. I'm out the way of anything wanting to get in that lane, and I'm going to stay out the way because that's what I like to do. The chances of this being anything interesting is slim to fuck all. I know that much. You never know. It might be an incident involving a spaceship. An alien may have crashed on the road. It's possible. Anything is possible. We'll just have to wait and see. Or, even better, a dinosaur has hopped over the fucking carriageway, but in doing so has took a big dump and blocked the fucking road off, which then caused a shunt. These are all scenarios that are just as fucking plausible as some of the shit you see on TV or YouTube or social media. I think the best one that I've seen on there was a broken down X-Wing with a wing broken off it. That was, no, not X-Wing, sorry, the TIE Fighter, sort of say. That was brilliant, that was just perfect. Absolute perfect, that was. Move along, nothing to see here, move along. Fucking absolute fucking star. Brilliant. Now it says end. So if it says end now, what in the shit sake were people looking at? We're saying end here, it must have happened up there somewhere. Ooh. It's a pity they couldn't have something like a portable or a, I don't know, a located fucking force field of some sort that when something happens they can just go and up it goes. Blocks the vision, nobody can see shit. No more rubbernecking. Do you know, I'm convinced there's roadworks down here. I don't know, I don't think there is down here. I think it's all finished. Did they? Oh, hang on, here we go. I see a sign. Because I mean, it was all the way up here on it, 90 whatever, but 19 down to 16, if I remember rightly. Ain't that finished yet? Surely it's got to be finished by now. 1 mile there's roadwork still, so I take it not then. But you see, because these cones are all put away, maybe it might be just temporary stuff they do on the night. I mean, they are starting to bunch up again now because we are at the fucking infamous junction 19. Oh, there's an issue. Oh well. So, how far are these roadworks going to go for? So they haven't finished it? Really? Or had they finished it, but now they're digging something else up because they've run out of work? Well, I'm convinced they do that, you know. They always find something to fucking dig up and fuck up. I don't think that we have actually ever had any kind of period of time where there's not been roadworks on major parts of this M6. I don't think there has. I mean, you can completely fucking wipe out junctions, I'd say 10 down to 7, or even further down to 4 if you like. That bit there is constantly being fucked around with. And I'm not really that bothered too much about roadworks, because the way they lay them all out, it ain't bad, right? It does make some sense in some respects, but then there's the odd time where they do fuck it up, and it causes more problems than it's worth. I mean, this part now, I mean, what is it they're actually waiting for? I mean, this was like this fucking months and months now, isn't it? And they still haven't finished it. This is just nuts, this is. It's been 6 months plus, if not, I'd say longer, since I've been up here, and it's still like this. This is insane. Absolutely insane. You wouldn't get none of this though if people had a bit of forethought in their driving. See the junction. Oh look, people come. Let's move over. While there's space, move over. Keep moving over. Allow that lane to clear. People can get on. Off they go. Move over. Nah. It's like this morning. I was on my way up the A38, and you got the first one was a crane. Now cranes do travel anything up from 45 to 50 miles an hour. They don't think of much fast, but that's about it, don't they? And because I'm doing fast, but because it was in the distance and I'm driving down thinking, is it a tractor or is it a crane, whichever I want to, because it was green, you see. So I moved over anyway because there was a gap, and then there's a vehicle who overtook me earlier. There's an Arctic. Then I'm driving on, and we're getting closer now, and I'm like thinking, any minute now this guy's going to move over into my lane like where I am in front of me. So I'm flashing my lights, and he still didn't do it. Still didn't move over. And then literally we was like about, I don't know, 3 or 4 lengths away from it, and then he decides to move over around it. I'm like, why? There was plenty of room for you. You don't have to wait till you're right up against the damn thing. And then the second incident was this was a tractor this time, and there they are. They're all fucking slowing right the way down because of the tractor. And the reason why they slow all the way down is because the people in the lane the tractor was in, instead of going, oh, tractor, move over now where it's clear, and off they go, they drive straight up to the back of it. I'm like, are you fucking stupid or what? So I'm having to slow down now because I'd already moved over because I've seen it miles away. I'm like, what the fuck, people? So now my lane's now really slowing down because then we've got to let these fucking shit sticks to fucking move over into the lane. I'd have gone, fuck you, you can stay there now, you can follow the fucking tractor as far as it goes, you bunch of fucking clowns. Same kind of principle, really, when you think about it. If they decided to move over, a bit of forethought, it's not difficult. I think this would be alleviated a bit, I reckon, personally. The other scenario is if they hurried up and fucking finished titting about with it, then, you know, we'd all be happy then, wouldn't we? I wonder what they're going to do though with it. Is it going to be still a junction? Is it going to be come off 19 as a continuation? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Or is it going to be still a junction there? I don't know, how would they lay that one out? How would you do it? What would be viable? Would it be better to have it as a 3-lane? This bit, and then have the junction 19 going south and as a continuation? Or have it open as a 4-lane all the way through so it's still a junction? A bit torn on that one. I don't know what to do with that one. Either way, can't wait, because this lark is a load of shite. Boring, ain't it? Absolutely fucking boring. It's been as much fun as plaiting giraffe farts. Did you see that thing that was on Facebook about those big pipes that had been washed up on the sea? Was that real, or was that just a fucking CGI piece of shit, like, you know? Because that was weird. That was those big pipes that have been washed up on the beach. That's nuts. That is. If it's true, right? When I looked at the one end looked like it got a cap on it, right? With like some sort of attachment, which I can only assume is maybe it was the pipe itself was being replaced by something else, and they've been starting to drag it. It's got snagged and bust off, and they've lost it. They couldn't get to it. I mean, that's probably what I think that could have happened. The scenario, but fuck me, that's one heck of a salvage operation. That is, to get rid of that fucking thing. Good grief. Proper. I'm still contemplating on what kind of car to get. I'm struggling. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I know the idea is to have a Mondeo estate. I know that. But I still can't find one within the price bracket. My money's increasing, there is that. But every time that my money is increasing, the fucking price of these vehicles are increasing too. Or, now that I've got money that said vehicle 6 weeks or 6 months ago had, I didn't have that. I've got that money now, but that vehicle's gone, like, you know what I mean? So, just don't fucking know. Why can't I win the fucking lottery and go and buy a nice brand new car from the showroom. I'd love that. I really would. Used to joke about it years ago, thinking that if we win the lottery, I said, oh, I'd love to go to the car show, like the fucking Porsche place, whatever, yeah, and turn up in your work clothes, looking around the cars and what have you, see what they do. I'd fucking still do that now, I think. You know what I mean? Finish work and I'd have me jacket on, me that scruffy thing, me work boots. And let's see what the reaction will be when I walk into the Audi garage and go, have you got one of them in black? You know what I mean? An R8. Oh, fucking have it. The R8 for me, right, if I ever had the chance of owning one, that would be my what could I call that? It would be my town car, right? But my fuck you car, right, which I've already got that lined up. I'll never ever own it, but it's what I call my fuck you car, right? Is this one that was on eBay? I think I've put some pictures on Facebook of it. It's the Camaro SS big block beast. It's a fucking proper mule. We're talking 9.4 litre V8. Awesome, absolute monster. That would be my fuck you car, that would. So if I just want to toot about, alright. But if I want to go somewhere, that'd be my fuck you car. I mean, you got to do it, ain't you? You know what I mean? Oh, I think I probably drive me fuck you car more than the other car, you know, but yeah. We all like to dream, right? And we've all got to have our dreams. And I'm glad I've got my dreams back. Even though they'll never happen, but I'm happy I've got them back, because I was in a fucking downward spiral. I was a fucking few months ago. Well, actually, that'll be about a month ago now, I think. I might not be religious, but I do like hope, right? Yeah, she's a lovely girl. No, I believe in hope, if anything, right? Hope for a better thing, hope for a better scenario to occur, hope for life to become better for everybody. I love the concept of hope. You can keep religion, but hope I do like. And I'm glad I've got mine back. I miss my hope, I really do. That looks a bit wonky. Wonkified. Oh yeah. Have you got anything like that? Like if you won the lottery, right? Is there something that you've got which is a fuck you item? You've got to have something, tell you. I mean, yours might be a bike. It might be a fucking helicopter, a jet. I don't know. Something that'll. It's like you want to stick it to them, like, you know, because people have basically walked all over it. So you just to stick it to them. So fuck you for all the times that you've just ignored me, and fuck you for all the times that you took advantage of me, and fuck you because I can say fuck you. What? I've got a couple of fuck you moments, I have, without a doubt. It's like my house for start off. I mean, that's got to be done, that literally I've got to fucking take it apart and rebuild the bastard, right? But the fuck you moment on that will be when I've put a brick wall around my garden, right, with a gate on the fucking back of it, and it'll be a fuck you electric gate as well. It'll only be about 3 foot high, but it'll be as it opens up and as it shuts, because it'll have and on it it'll be on the front. You can fuck your dogs off for shitting on my garden. It is not a dog toilet. You know what I mean? That'll be the fuck you for that one. Because that pisses me off no end, that does. I know who the culprit is, but I just can't prove it. Because they've got 2 different dogs, and there's 2 different lumps of dog shit on the garden all the time. But that's what I do. Oh well. I don't know whether to go concrete stamping, block paving or tarmac. But whichever scenario, the tree stays. Without a doubt, that tree stays. So if concrete stamping is easy to do with a tree there, then that'll be it. That tree ain't going anywhere. I fucking love that tree. That tree is awesome. It's a beautiful tree. The one that's in my garden. It's in the front. Well, it's like on the front part of the side bit, whichever. It's all that anyway. I'm on the side anyway, so. And it's got a lovely shape to it. And when it blossoms, it looks gorgeous. It is getting mighty big though now. I mean, when I first moved in, it was a fucking twig in the ground, like, you know. That's pretty much what it was, a fucking twig. But now it's an awesome tree. And thankfully my neighbours don't complain about it. I mean, then again, I have been there before they were fucking there anyway, and that tree's been there before I was there. So I haven't really got any room to complain. But yeah, it'd be a shame having for it to come down, if you like, because of whatever reason. But it is a lovely tree. The one in the back garden though, that seriously needs fucking off altogether. But I'm torn because it does provide sort of like a screen, if you like. But I have looked at it of late, and it is sort of screening the back garden of the next door neighbour as well. But they tend not to have whinged about it. But and then if they feel that they have the need to cut the branches off that are intruding, as I say, I'll go, by all means, have at it. Right, don't mind that. But the one in the front of the garden, I fucking hate it when they mess with it. Don't know why. I really do like that tree. Maybe it's because we grew up together in a sense, you know, that's how I look at it. We've been there pretty much together since we moved in. I think the bloke who owned the house before, I think he must have planted it maybe a year. I think that's about as much as it was. Because like I say, it was literally a fucking stick poking out the ground. It's not no more, is it? Fuck. It's fucking awesome. It really is. But as in wishing that I could afford to put my house how I want it, I'd love that. I fucking would. I think it would have to be done in stages, obviously. So stage 1, right, would actually be sorting the ground out first, right? So sides, front, back, all that would have to be sorted out. I think then stage 2 would be fixing the inside and the front and back of the house. Stage 3, put an extension on the side of it with the garage. Then stage 4, when the extension is almost done and the last thing to put up would be the roof, is then to fetch my roof off as well as, and put a brand new roof across the whole thing. I think that would work, maybe. I don't know if that's how it would be feasible to do it. I mean, it might have to go in a different order, but I think definitely doing the groundwork first, that would have to happen. You'd have to have the side wall would have to be brought down, footings dug out, slabs pulled up, ground took out. That bloody great big tree that's in the back garden would have to be sorted out as best as, or completely removed. I think it'd look a bit naked with it being removed, but then again, I don't really care, so it don't matter. So it would have to be completely removed, I think. The ground then would have to be levelled off. The back wall, I think that would have to be pulled down as well, and but that would include the neighbour's wall as well. But that's by the by, that'd still come fucking down. Fuck them. I'd rebuild it anyway, so there ain't no bother of that. The partition, obviously, between my garden and their garden. What the fuck? My garden and their garden would be brick instead of it being fence panels, because I'm sick to death of replacing fence panels. Does my fucking head in. So that'll be bricked. And I think bricking it would serve it better, like, you know, it'd be a stronger thing. It'd be much more user friendly as well for when you want to. I want to put a conservatory on and whatnot. So I'd have part of it to be insulated and all that anyway, so I could put a bit of a conservatory on the back. But when the ground's all been done and doctored, I'd have room to put the conservatory on anyway then. So fuck off, you rule, you wanker, fucking poxy cunt. I fucking hate arseholes like that. I've got no respect whatsoever for the fucking road. Unbelievable. I mean, I don't mind an undertaking. I couldn't do with that. But how fast was I going? 50 fucking miles an hour. Come screaming up the side of me, fucking prick. Anyway. So, with the combination of having all the groundwork done, the back garden sorted out, walls done, bricked up and all that sort of shit, conservatory on the back which would sweep around, which then would have a link door to the garage which is attached to the extension. And I don't know what I'd do with the extension. I've got two ideas really that's running around my head for an extension. And it'd have the extension would comprise of either two stories, as in, well, yeah, one story, so 2 stories, whatever. There'd be a garage at the bottom, bedrooms at the top, with possible bathroom as well, extended and sorted out. Or you'd have a downstairs, like another living room maybe, or a dining room, and the garage would be set back on it. That kind of scenario. I just don't know what to do with that, whether it's all down to room at the end of the day. Because then the conservative would come along and it'd sweep around, but it'd also be linked into the garage as well, you see. That's what I was thinking. So that you could drive in the garage and then you haven't got to come back outside. You just get out your vehicle and walk through the door into the conservatory and done. That's the scenario that I was thinking of. I think that would work really well, to be fair. Because then I could also split it in a sense. I could have the garage could be sort of half in and half out of the conservatory of the extension, if you like. So you could have that, and then in front of it there'd be an extra room there, maybe if there's a room for it, to sort of do something with a kitchen, and I could have a dining room and a kitchen at the same time. You know, there's all these possible ideas, you know what I mean, that float around the bonds if I was lucky enough to fall over and land in a pot of gold, you know. So, hey ho, whatever. I mean, years ago I even sketched up designs of only crude, like, because I'm not a fucking artist, like, but I sketched up these crude designs of what I'd like my house to look like, and yeah, it does look really cool. Why have we got a nurner coming up there, and why is everybody fucking slowing down? Doesn't get any better, does he? I really think, you know, if they're going to start doing these roadwork larky bollocks, don't you think it'd be much more sensible to have an actual emergency lane accessible? Instead of the emergency service trying to shoehorn the way through all that crap because somebody's had a boo-boo. I don't know. What junction are we at anyway? Feels like we've been in these fucking roadworks forever. Can't believe they're still at this shit. This is insane. Apparently tomorrow I've got Liverpool plus 1. I don't know what the 1's going to be, but we've got Liverpool plus 1. Like, fucking hell, cool. I don't know what kind of vehicle I'll be driving, mind you. It could be this again, possibly, I don't know. But it also could be a CF, it could be an XF, it could be one of the older Volvos. I don't think it'll be one of the new ones. Got something irritating my face, it's doing me head in. What junction is this now? It's got to be 16. Ah, fuck me. Ain't this where these roadworks finish at 16? I could have swore they'd gone further than this. I could have swore they'd finished it by now. Look what I've got to look forward to tomorrow. Oh, fucking great. Ooh, I wonder whereabouts in Liverpool I'm going. Interesting. Ah, but what, if anything, where are we going for our between? It's no good betwinging me while I'm driving. Cool answer. 4:45. Yeah, 4:45. Tomorrow I've got our mate Andy coming with me. You won't see him, he won't be on YouTube, don't worry. I'm taking him up the road because apparently he's got to pick a car up. See, they've obviously done something, then they've fucked it up and they've had to do it again, haven't they? That's the scenario, isn't it? It's got to be. That's the only thing that makes any fucking sense. That's why these ain't done yet. Finally! Does this mean I can put my foot back down there and go? Oh, good grief. I'm going to put my indicator and I'm moving over. I fucking hate roadworks. I don't think anybody likes roadworks, really, do they? Well, if you're paying attention. Fuck. Backity back. Okay, we're on cruising altitude of 55 miles an hour. Hey! It's not been a bad drive, has it really? I mean, yeah, that aside, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we've got to put up with that here, but it's all right, isn't it? It's been a while. I felt like my world was shrinking, only going backwards and forwards to fucking Lichfield or Bilston or Walsall or shit like that, like, you know. But now the world is still just as big as it was before. Woohoo! I'll probably find that the +1 will be something ridiculous, right? Because I'll go to Liverpool first, and the +1 might be something like fucking Bradford or something daft. That's happened before. But anyhow, we will find out, won't we, tomorrow? And I hope, looking at the skies, mind you, that it stays dry, but I don't know, because it is getting rather windy, and I feel like I'm being chopped around a bit here. She was standing in the wrong place, wasn't she? If somebody come whopping down there and smacked into the back of that car, what's going to end up with her? She'd be a fucking motif on the front of the fucking car, wouldn't she? Without a doubt. I might see if I can get out of a welder at some time in the future, because when I fixed my bike stand using a welder, it was, oh man, still got the knack. I can still do it. The matter of fact, it turned out quite nice. But, yeah, it was just brought back so many memories, it was untrue, of what I used to do. I loved welding, I do. Welding was great. Thing is, though, with welding, though, it's not really a very healthy job. It's a bit like this particular job. This isn't really a very healthy job, to be fair, because you don't really do a fat lot, you know, apart from sit on your arse, you know what I mean? The only exercise you actually get is brain exercise, and that gets proper workout with some of the fucking monkeys on the road you have to deal with, but you know. Yeah, still a bit bright for me. Oh, fucking hell, I've got something in my eye now. I felt it just go roll and sort of like scratch my eye. Weird. Let me take them off for a minute. Probably a bit of fucking shit flicked up from off the floor out of this fucking bog hole. It's got a chance, innit? Oh dear. You know, if you really think about it, the sad thing is that this vehicle is a tramper's vehicle, so it makes you wonder what kind of person they are to get it in this kind of shit state. I mean, in the footwell here, down here, right, which I removed this morning because there's no way that I'm sucking on that dust being expelled from that fucking thing on the floor with my feet moving around. Right, they've got one of the water suppressors off the back of the mud guards, right, of your trailer, right. You've seen those mats with the prickly fucking plastic bits off the side of it, like, you know. It's a water suppressor, right, to try and alleviate the spray, right, or spray suppressor if you like. But when it's down there with the prickly things facing up, and you get dirt in there and it dries out, and you move your feet around, it puts plumes of dust in the air, and you've got to suck that shit down in your lungs. I'm like, that's fucking not happening. This is, I mean, the state of it's bad enough as it is. I'm like, fuck that. So that got umphed out straight away. Fucking tatar. Nah. I mean, whoever come up with that idea, putting them in there as a fucking floor mat, is just stupid. The reason why they make mats the way they make them is so that they don't kick up dust and shit like that when you've got your feet in there. But to put someone there which is brilliant for cleaning your shoes off, like, and digging all the crap out your boots, like, you know, but you don't leave it in there for it to dry out and poof with fucking dust everywhere and clouds of fucking shit. Nah, fuck that. That's just daft. Absolute daft. I'm going to move over just a sec. Because I'm not sure whether he was slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, or whether he was just being a silly fucker. I haven't made my mind up yet. But hey, I am catching up with him again. And being as how this is on the latter part of the video, and probably nobody will see this bit, yay! I took a driver out the other day, and I got one of my little check sheet, my assessment sheet, and I never filled it in. I left it, right? Because I had no intention of filling it in. Because the driver himself, realistically, I find it unfair for a person who barely speaks English, who hasn't driven a truck in a decade, but only drove a truck to take a test that realistically was the fucking equivalent of a lucky dip at Woolworths. It was come get a free licence day, and I'm telling you this because of what he told me. I asked him, when did you pass your test? He says, no. What do you mean, no? I haven't. What do you mean you haven't? So you haven't got a licence then? Yes. So you took a test then? No. Well, how the fuck do you get a licence then? I pay money, give me, fuck off. What? What the what? Go get a job. Are you kidding me? No. 15 minutes. I'll let him carry on for a bit, like, you know, I'm going to let him drive. And pointing forward was alright-ish, but he was drifting, moving over. He got some of the aspects of spatial orientation to a point, but realistically, for peace of mind, I'd say, well, why don't you go and book yourself some lessons? There's no harm in having a refresher course. No, because as far as I'm concerned, if he went for one of them, he'd fail. He would fail miserably. Absolutely. Oh shit. Keep forgetting about these ones. These are this backwards kind of fucking thing here. You can't knock it down a gear, then stick it in manual, because it's gone into manual and you're putting it back into auto. But if you knock it down a gear, it goes into manual, but it then will all of a sudden go back into auto automatically. Nuts. Keep forgetting that. So I tried to get more information out of him as best I could. So I was like, when did you pass your test? It says I didn't. And it's like, how long ago? 10 years. Have you ever driven in this country? No. I don't mind if they are foreign and they don't come from this country. Don't mind that. And I don't mind if they've only just passed the test. But if they can't understand English properly, and you might not like the way that comes across, but think of it like this: if I'm trying to relay instructions to make them understand and well, prepare them for the journey ahead, and correct their mistakes by what they're making, by just generally chit-chatting, but they can't understand the word I'm saying, how can I teach somebody that doesn't know the principal meaning of, when you turn left at this junction, because it's an awkward one, straddle the lane? Look at me as if I've gone daft and move straight over to the left, turn left and climb the fucking curbs and drive over the footpath. With a fluent understanding of English, or an English person, me saying that instruction, it's an awkward left, so straddle the lines, what would you do? Straddle the fucking lines, so you could get round the left. Once you get more comfortable and understanding the vehicle works, you can run alongside the double yellow lines and still get round without climbing the curbs. But you got to know your vehicle. Anyway, trying to reverse. He's never reversed. What do you mean he never reversed? No. Fucking hell. How the fuck are you expected? And then I got Al in the office there, and I'm like, because he asked me where the sheet was. I said, I didn't fit it in anyway. Why didn't you fit it in? I said, what was the point? It's rubbish. So that's the point of fitting the sheet in. I said, yeah, but he's not worth it. He said, but we want need more training. I said, dude, he's not worth it. You can't train somebody who can't understand you. Ah, well, you know, you were started when you... Yeah, I'm fucking English, so if somebody wants to tell me an instruction, I understand it. But they can't. And I was so disappointed. I really wish they would stop fucking giving me people to stick in there, because I feel nervous when I'm sitting there when I'm being told that this driver has not driven for 10 fucking years and he can't understand fucking English properly. I don't like that. But we had this shit scared at me last time, that one fucker who went driving down the M4 and up against the fucking railings on the high-rise motorway on the fucking downhill. Oh, fuck that. No way. Going down a little village, cars parked all the way down the right-hand side, and he's aiming for a vehicle that's coming at him. Climbing the fucking footpath, driving all that. No, fuck that shit. Can't be arsed with it no more. If they're English, fine. If they want to be trained by me and they're English, fine. Don't care. If they are fluent in English and they are foreign, great. But broken English, not a chance. Not having it. Fuck that shit. It's dangerous, it's unethical, and it shouldn't be fucking... it shouldn't even be even thought of, accepted or anything. No. They come to the company asking for a job. The first thing I would do is, have you got a license yet? Let me see it. Right out. When did you pass your test? Right. How much experience of driving in this country have you had? None. Ta-da. Sorry. Bye. Not doing it. No way. Fuck that shit. If he'd have turned around and said to me, well, I've been driving my car in this country for 5 years. Now you're talking. Now we've got something to, break ground on. All right, fair enough then. Okay. But I haven't driven an Arctic in this country before, but my English is pretty good, as you can tell. I don't have to think about what's being said to me. Yeah, I know, I see that. It's great, that is. That's what we need. When you ask them, like, what's your name? And they look at you with this fucking blank stare. Now, I feel that those type of people are dangerous. And they do not belong on our roads. If they want to go and get a job in their country and come over here and drive, then fine, that's it, we can't do anything about that. But to be employed over here with those kind of zero skill levels, no. Just because you've got a license doesn't mean that you're a driver. It doesn't. I started when I first took mine, I passed my test, I went out, but because I can ask questions, I can be instructed and understand it, that's how you get on, that's how you do things. But it's much more difficult when you're trying to get instructions or give instructions when the language is completely different and you don't understand the concept of what's being told. Again, dangerous. Doesn't work. The scenario should be, in all fairness, is a fluent English foreigner who is a bloody good driver, who then can take out the foreign speaking people and train them, because then at least they can speak in their language and they can then learn better and understand easier. That'd be the safer way to doing it, but we haven't got that facility. Not unless I take up fucking Polish for my fucking spare language. I don't know. I mean, it's alright being trained up, in a sense. You've took your test though, as we do, 8 hours a day for 5 days, right, for your class 2. You're 8 hours a day for 5 days for your class 1. And then, if you're lucky enough to pass first time, brilliant. But then when you start to drive, as in a company logistics wise, everything changes, right? Yes, you've got a license to handle a vehicle of that length and nature, but everything changes. You've now got stuff on the back of you, whereas when you was practicing and taking your test, there wasn't. There was nothing on the back of you. You're empty. And the reason for that is safety. So you're taking somebody out with you, regardless of whether they've got a license or not, but they've got fuck all experience. Basically, they've just put their hand in a fucking lucky bag and pull one out. That to me is dangerous. They need to be sent out on the road in an empty vehicle to get used to it, like we had to do. Then once they've got used to it and understand how it works, because it's safer that way, pass the test, then they go on to having stuff on the back of there. Then the people who they work with will then push on their 10 pence worth of wisdom on them, you know, on how the vehicle works and the dynamics and the fact the thing changes and going round corners slow, not fucking like broadsiding of the fucking drifters fucking weekend, like, you know what I mean? Because I told him not to do that twice, but he didn't understand. Slow down, don't go round corners that much. You can't have the vehicle leaning when you've got a load on the back of you. No harsh braking. Keep your distances. You know what I mean? Slow down gradually. All that kind of crap. I think the only word he understood there was slow. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I had a Polish lad before the one I took out that was complete rubbish. And but he had been working for us before, and I took him out the first time, and you've all seen him because he's the one who was on the reversing video, Simon. Now, I thought he was still with us tramping, but apparently not. He'd left in February and he's come back again. So, but I went out with him and I'll let him get on with it because he's done it before. I mean, he's already been with her. I know he's a good driver, he is. And besides, because his English is excellent, I can talk to him and have a conversation with him, and he hasn't got to think about translating it. He just gets on with it. So if there's anything I had to tell him, not that I did, he understood straight away. That's a good day. But having to keep repeat and still get nothing in response, and the fuck up in the end, I don't see the point in that. I'm just wasting my time. And don't get me wrong, I'd like to teach people to drive and give them pointers and what have you, if they can understand it. If they can't understand simple fucking straddle the lines, don't fucking, nah, fuck it. Oh, it's frustrating. And scary. Frustrating and scary. But hey, whatever. You can only do what you can do, can't you? I mean, when I had there's only been a couple of people realistically I can say that I've had fun with, to be fair, and I felt comfortable. And like, yes, this person here, yeah, he's just passed his test, but he's got his head fucking screwed on. And that would be Ian, if you remember Ian, the old fucking Chuckle Brothers. Oh, now, see, they were fun. Them were fun days. The bits that you've seen on the video was only a part of it, a fraction of what we got up to. You know what I mean? It was brilliant. We had a right day. We had fucking a week and a day, I think it was for. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant it was. It's a big diggy. But he understood. He took it in, right? But unfortunately, he didn't stay. I don't know what. I've got a speculation on that reason why. No, he didn't stay. But I ain't gonna get down that road. I'll steer clear. But yeah, it was fun, and it made it enjoyable for me as well. There's only been a couple of others since then now, but the problem is, after that, it's only ever been foreign people. Which really does, doesn't that send the wrong kind of message? Yeah? In a sense, when you think about it, it's only foreign people that are actually being employed at our company. There's not really any English people that's actually being employed. And if they do, they only last about 5 minutes and fuck off. What does that tell you? Yeah, well, whatever. Well, I'm almost on 12 hours today. Yeah. Yeah, 13 and a half hour day, I think. Not that bothered. To be fair, it's alright. I'd rather not, but because yesterday, the day before, I mean, yesterday I finished alright, it wasn't too bad. It was about, I think I done about 11 hours, I think, something like that. But the day before, fuck me, I finished at like 1:45, so I can't complain. It was alright, that was. When it becomes 13 and 14 hours every day, that's when people go, not doing that, ta-da. But, right, that's it, eh? That's what happens. You never know. I might be out of a job next month. Don't know. Everybody seems to be waiting for September to spring around. I don't know what day on September, but something's supposed to happen on September, according to our lot, or some of our lot. Speculations and rumours as you get. As you do, the rumour mill doing its bit. Don't know what, mind you, but we'll just have to wait and see. As long as they, if they do decide to sort of abolish the day shift and have just trampers across the board, then I will say, well, I'll bid you adieu and thank you very much, and give me my redundancy and I'll be on my way. Simple as that. Oh well, fucking too right, mate. I'll just stick myself an agency. That's all I can do. I may find a permanent residence somewhere. I might even turn coat and become a fucking Tesco driver. You know what I mean? But as it stands at the moment, I'll still just stay as I am, you know what I mean? Do what I can. I don't know whether I'll be able to do any YouTubing if I was a Tesco's driver. I think I'd have to ask the question first before I started employment there, like, you know, go, well, I'm a lorry driver YouTuber, would it be okay to do the journeys between here and there and record the journey on the way? Think of it like this, it's also part of an insurance thing, because obviously if anything does happen, I've got the cameras on, you got the proof of the pudding, didn't you? And plus I got multiples, you know what I mean? So there is that scenario on there, isn't there? You think about it. So they'd either say, no, we can't have you doing that, or, oh, you boring bunch of fuck pigs, I don't want to work for you, ta-ta. The only problem about working with Tesco's is that I couldn't do the shift work. I don't mind starting at 6 o'clock in the morning every morning. I can deal with that, but it's the fucking shifts and driving at fucking night. I mean, I'm not a nah. Fuck that crap. As the years have progressed through driving at night, because of either, or should I say, driving in the dark. I've either had problems where the headlights start to get blurry and it gives me a serious headache. In the morning's not too bad, because when it was early morning it was dark. Eventually the daylight came on, but when you're finishing your day it's getting really dark and you're still about 2 hours away and it's pitch fucking black in certain parts of the world and you've just got the headlights whizzing away. It started to make my eyes sore and my fucking head had started to ache, and it's all because I'm getting old, you know what I mean? So that lark would do me no good at all. But driving in the morning, I could cope with that. Yeah. What would I do? 6 till 2 or 6 till 4? I mean, I don't give a shit which it is. Either way, I could do that every day, any day, all day. Tail log is difficult. I think I'd be a little bit nervous to start with, driving with those fucking double deckers, mind you. But it'd be a challenge. But I think I'd be a bit nervous to start with, because they're a bit fucking high, them are. You know what I mean? I know how these things react. This 15 foot, you know, whether it be windy or not, I know how they react. I know when to say, oh, we'll call it quits, we ain't going nowhere, or you're alright, just wang the curtains back. But then fucking swan neck tall boys, I mean, what the fuck? Don't know, never pulled one, so I don't know what they're like. I know with it being a Swan Neck and it's got the dinky wheels on, the centre of gravity is a lot lower, which is a good point. That's an advantage, but it's a fucking big wall, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a big, tall wall that you're pulling down the road, especially when you have a big gust of wind. Yeah. Oh, tell you what, they don't tend to stay upright when it's a good gust of wind, do they? No. And they come down like a timber. Never had one go over. I don't want to go over ever. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, isn't it? I could be a car transporter. There's always that. Maybe. But that means you'd have to be a fucking tramper though, wouldn't you? Ooh. I don't mind driving them. I couldn't live in a fucker to drive me scatty. If I'm not mistaken, I've got a funny feeling in about a mile and a little bit I've got to get off here. So I'm going to move over right this second and stick myself in this lane. But if the scenario came, which I doubt it will, mind you, but it's a maybe what if type of thing. I did end up getting made redundant. I just don't know what I'd do. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I know I'd be panicking because obviously I need a fucking job. There is that. I can't argue there. But what would I do? I mean, I suppose I could up my game a bit. I could, with the money that I get, put in for an ADR, petrochemical. Could do that. I'd have the time and the money to train for that. That might be interesting. I wouldn't mind doing doing that kind of lark. That'd earn some fucking money, wouldn't it? Good grief. They paid a fortune, them fuckers are. Paid a fortune and they do very little. But then again, I think I would want to be paid a fortune for doing very little for what you're carrying. Fucking too right. Now that's a 60-foot rocket, ain't it? That is, isn't it? Good grief. That's ready to go fucking up in the air if anything ever goes wrong. Oh, you know full well, right, that these things, the tankers that go down the road with the petrol, diesels or oils or what have you, or any kind of chemical, right, your acids, your fucking carbonates, whatever, it don't matter, but the lethal shit, like the dangerous stuff, hey, you want to be paid a fortune for towing that shit, do you really? You know what I mean? You step into one of those vehicles, mate, on the premise that you might not be coming back. I'd like to go as far though, if I had the kind of money, to do what's it? The dynamite stuff for the munitions and stuff like that. That'd be cool. Now that would be fucking cool. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? Maybe just get me a camera on the side of this, would you? And today we're on our way to, I can't tell you that, it's a fucking secret, mate. Not a chance. I'm carrying about fucking 30 ton of bullets. Nah. Yes indeed. I could use the money to become a fucking plane instructor, you know, pilot, and fly a plane. Oh, I could do that. I don't suppose flying a plane's that difficult, really, once you get into it. You just got to learn how to fucking read a compass, I suppose, and an altimeter and all that sort of shit, and flight speed, and wind resistance and all that kind of cotter. I don't know. Oh dear. I think if I won the lottery, that's what I'd have to do. I'd have to have helicopter lessons. That'd be cool. The only problem with helicopters though, I mean, once they fuck up, they come down with a big bump, don't they? They ain't pretty when they come down. Now at least the plane, you can glide the fucker to a point, especially if it's a small one. The big jets, not so much, but you can sort of glide them to a point, but eventually they become too slow and just go, and that's it, then you're fucked. A bit like Roadrunner go, and that's it, like, you know what I mean? But the small planes, you can actually glide them fuckers in, can't you? So what would it be? Well, which would be the safest bet? Going for a jet, or a small plane, or a helicopter? Oh. Who knows? I mean, fucking choices are endless, and then when you've got a fucking bottomless pit of money, you know what I mean? You can do what the fuck you like, it don't matter. Who cares? Just get on with it, that's what I say. Go and do it. I could be a train driver. Oh, now there's a scenario. Oh no, I don't think I could be a train driver. I couldn't do that. No. See, the difference with driving a truck. Fuck hell. Driving a truck, at least I can go anywhere, right? To a point. Obviously, you've got to avoid bridges and fucking tight little villages. But you've got the freedom of the road. A train, it's there and back again. It's there and back again. There and back again. Oh! If there was variety in it, right? And let's say 1 week he was doing one station, or one stop, or one whatever, and then the following week he did another one, and the following week he did another one. I can live with that, I suppose, but I don't know how trains work, you know, as how a driver would operate. I don't know. Ain't got a clue. I'm not a train driver. But no, I don't think I could do that. No. Where would the licence go? I mean, if you're a train driver, you've obviously got to train to drive a train, haven't you? Alright? And you take a test and what I said, all your theories and all that bollocks, you've got to take a test. Right, but where does that fit on your licence? Because I've never seen a category for train on the fucking licence. So where does that go? Must be a separate one, I suppose. You get a separate little thing. You're like, oh, I'm a train driver. Ooh. Must be. Because you take on my fucking card. Can you imagine that? you have your licence, right? It's got every single category that's available, from fucking push bike all the way to fucking jumbo jet. Oh, that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Fucking brilliant. You'd always have some monkey out there that would have to try and fill the fucking lot in, don't you? You know what I mean, Adam? There's people out there that have got the whole thing done. They've got bike, couch, Arctic, car, all the rest of the cart that goes with it. You know what I mean? Oh, we ain't far. We're nearly back. There you go. Yeah. When it's just that initial first when you release and take pressure off. Fuck, it hurts. When I first seen this sign here saying city centre alternative route, right? Get the words right. I kept scratching my head and thinking, what the fuck? What do you mean city centre? There ain't no fucking city centre around here. Apparently, right, turns out that this alternative route for city centre is to Birmingham city centre, believe it or not. All the way up here to get to Birmingham city centre because they've closed off junction 6. I'm like, well, that's a bit of a fucking detour, isn't it? Makes sense really when you think about it, but it is a bit of a fucking detour. is you go up there, up the A5, drop onto the 38, and off you go, straight into Birmingham. And the 38 then will lead you straight down to Sketty, the old junction 6 part. Yes, it's a bit of a cockeye way of doing it, but hey, well, there's no other way of getting there, that's the only way you got it. I'm going for it, going. Look at that, eh? Not a fucking bulge or a sway or fuck all in the back of this trailer. It's as if there's nothing in it. Why is that, Jace? Because I strapped the shit out of it, that's why. There's more straps on the back of this trailer than a fucking dominatrix. Diggers, nothing but diggers. Digger, 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 dig, dig, dig. Digger, 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 dig, dig, dig. Yes. What time is it now? No, I've not done too bad actually with the time, to be fair. If I knock off about 10 minutes on that, that would make it 2.5 hours worth of actual fucking whatever. And we're almost here. And I've got back early. I thought, well, I was expecting around about 6:30 to be there. But we've done all right. Can't argue. I'll be out of here by about 10 to 6, something like that. So, fucking cock on that, isn't it? And do me. Can't grumble. I'm going this way, move over you people, so I can squeeze through. It's nice, isn't it? Now then, are you going to block the box off? Oh look, traffic violation 101. Pull inside the box. Amazing, isn't it? Ooh, we're nearly back, we're nearly back! Woohoo! There's no way that I would fucking live in one of those houses. Across that front there, not a chance. Why is that, Jace? Because I drive a fucking Arctic. And there's Arctics going down here every day at every hour of the fucking day. 24 hours a day. Bouncing down that road there, fuck that. You'd be picking shit off the shelves, wouldn't you? You know, off the floor because it fell off the shelves every day. The vibrations of the, I mean, that's just crap. Whoever come up with the idea of putting houses there wants fucking. They should have backed them off a good, oh, I don't know, X amount of feet. There's no way. It's friggin' stupid. Absolutely stupid. Oh, fucking yawning again. Tired. Hungry and tired. I'm hungry for some chocolate. I'm hungry for some chocolate. I need me fucking chocolate. I'm going to put it over here. Because I just want it. Because I want to. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I want to. Oh yeah, because I want to. I'm going to put it here. Let me back it up, mate. Oh fuck. Well, it's in gear. Are you going to go back or what? Sweet as a proverbial nut. That's it then. We are doodle done. Bye bye. Just gently up again. Oh, it's like a fucking, just up against the fucking, it was like he just kissed the sleeper. Right, I'm going to go now, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Better take it out of reverse, it'll be good, wouldn't it? Peace and quiet. Right, I'm going to go now. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, and I will speak to you again some other time. So, go on then. Tiddle pip and all that. Go on then. Off you pop. Pop, poppity poppins.